So first person I'd like to introduce is Jenifer Salter. Jenifer, you there? Say hi to everybody.
Hey, ho ho
Hey,
ho.
she's wearing the. So Jenifer, you add on anything that I tell everybody in your bio that I didn't miss out because I didn't get to get the last second. I didn't get to get what you wanted to send me. But here we go. Jenifer started off as a third grade teacher turned agent, coach, and mentor. She's out of Raleigh, North Carolina. She's an experienced agent, broker, and team lead. She's a seller representative specialist. She's a certified real estate negotiator, certified mentor with eXp Realtor, endorsed with At Home with Diversity, CEO of Your Elect Team, brokered by eXp Realty, creator of 2 Street Tech courses, including Conversion Academy and Back to the Basics. And she also runs now a Facebook group called Work It Wednesdays and an awesome mastermind that she runs before the Street Tech Mastermind. So feel free to attend that. Where can they get a hold of you, Jenifer?
I'll put the link actually in the chat if that's okay.
Awesome. Please do.
And
Next up, Lynea Carver. Lynea, you there?
I'm here.
There she is. So Lynea is out of Bonnie Lake, Washington. She's known in the community of Street Techs as the omnipresent agent. She is known and famous for saying, I just want to be everywhere all the time. She is the CEO of the Lynea Carver Home Team, managing broker at eXp Realty, cover agent, area specialist featured in Top Agent magazine. She is here to help agents clean up their systems and busy professionals upgrade their homes systematically. And Lynea, they can join your Facebook group, Real Talk with Lynea, and your Power Friday tips. If you want to put that link in there, that'd be awesome.
Will do.
Awesome. Josh, you there? Josh Schoenly. Is Josh here? Hello. I'll introduce Josh anyways. If he doesn't make it, we'll get you some of his resources. So Josh is a dual licensed loan originator and real estate agent at eXp, team leader, coach, author, husband, father of 4, a believer, blessed, well known for his Wake Up Real Estate Daily that includes Motivation Mondays, Texting Tuesdays, What's Working Wednesdays, Tech Tip Thursdays, and Free Lead Follow-Up Fridays. He's a huge part of our community and always shares amazing scripts for us to use on our masterminds, texts, and emails to get more conversations started with buyers and sellers. He's also built one of our best Street Text conversion courses. If anybody knows where Josh is, reach out to him now. Bekir, Mr. B, you there? Mr. B here? Unmute yourself,
Yes,
Mr. B.
I am here.
Yes, Mr. B. All right. Mr. B out of Montreal, Canada. He's got a background in retail. He immigrated to Canada and pursued his education as a computer programmer analyst. His journey took an exciting turn when he ventured into real estate, dedicating over 17 fruitful years as an agent with Remax. He loves guiding and supporting individuals to achieve their aspirations and dreams through property transactions. He's experienced numerous property deals personally, and he possesses a deep understanding of his clients' feelings and needs. Loves connecting with people, sharing insights, and paving the way towards their goals and dreams. That's his ultimate pleasure. Yes, Mr. B, we can't wait to hear from you. All right, Mr. Leon Harper. Say hi to everybody. He'll call you out if your camera's not
You
on.
can call me out. I'm never shy. Hey, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and Happy Thursday to everybody.
The Leon, that's right. Retired Air Force veteran, I might add. Licensed in 1992, helping bring online the first virtual real estate company in the state of Washington in 97. Runs a technology-based real estate company in 3 states, Washington, Tennessee, and Arizona. He's been dropping wisdom bombs on our masterminds with Street Tech's clients since 2015. Seriously, he's probably maybe missed 2 masterminds in his entire time with Street Tech. No excuses. I'm calling you all out. He has sold many houses all over the world, with the 2 craziest places being in Iraq during a mortar attack where the client was trying to figure out what all the noise was in the background while they were going over a contract, and while in Antarctica supporting the National Science Foundation. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Chase
By satellite.
by satellite. That's still very awesome. Chase Whitney. Chase,
Yo.
introduce yourself. Known for having the coolest hair and the tech stack guy. Anything techie, you're going to be talking to Chase specifically about his tools, his tech stack.
I also
License-
learned last week that I've got apparently a voice for radio. That too.
That's true.
Yeah, you
He's
do.
been licensed since 2012. Been on a family team with his parents until 2021 when he started to grow it into a team of 6. Sold over 330 million in volume, consultant for several leading real estate tech companies, follow-up boss moderator and team lead. And he prides himself on a solid mix of old school farming, mailers, door knocking events, and new school, all the tech that you're going to be hearing him talk about today. And then last, Akbar, are you here, Akbar? Where is he? I know he was here earlier.
I'm here,
Oh, there
Markus.
you are. And let me know if I pronounce your name correctly. Is Akbar Zareh?
That's correct, yes.
Perfect, got it. Out of the great GTA Toronto, serving GTA is huge, and Mississauga. Started in 1988, one of our most experienced agents. Owned and operated the Remax franchise with
Yeah, I had Remax. Yep.
Yeah, with multiple offices, 300 realtors, I might add. In one calendar year, he sold over 367 properties. Number 10 in all of Canada, number 75 worldwide. He left Remax to start his own independent brokerage with 8 agents, growing into 885 agents in 8 years. Coached personally by Mr. Mike Ferry himself. Started his own coaching and coached over 1,200 agents so far. Currently working on building an AI platform for realtors to make cold calling and follow up with their leads and carry on conversations feel just like human. That's awesome. And also a long-term client of Street Text and loving it. I think you experienced some immediate success there, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay, so that's our panel. Anyone get a hold of Josh? We'll just have to work through it. We'll start with the ladies and we'll go back to you. Start back with you, Jenifer, to start with the first question. Jenifer, let's reflect on this year, 2023. Did you achieve the goals you set out for yourself?
No, because I ended up getting a million other goals that now I feel like I should have had in the first place. So this year was a significant challenge. And now that it's coming to the end of the year, I'm finally able to see very clearly what I could do. So no, in my head, I didn't meet my goals. The market was more difficult, more challenging, but I'm coming out of it feeling laser focused. And now I know what I was lacking this last year versus going into the next year.
Perfect. And I'll add this one. What did you learn from this year and what would you have done differently?
I learned that when you go into a business at the height of the market, that even with your systems, there are certain things that saying about it makes a good rough seas make a good captain. That's what I was missing. I think that the biggest thing I learned is to systemize your system and make sure that things in your business, that you have an astute business mindset, which before I relied on my teaching mindset, my conversational skills, my contract negotiating work. And now I'm laser focused. My learning was that business is first, understanding it.
Solid. I'll throw that same question to you, Lynea. Let's reflect on the year 2023. Did you set out the goals? Did you achieve the goals you set for yourself?
Jenifer, that was really good. I think you really just like what you said just there. So I met some of them. Like I had a goal to read 100 books and I just finished book 102. So I've read 102 books this year. So I finished that. I had a couple of goals to get my managing broker's license. I did that. I wanted to bring on more agents and I did that. Did I make my production goals? Nope, didn't make my production goals, but I made more money with less production. So my production went down, my profit went up. So I'm calling 2023 a massive success.
I love it. What did you learn from it? And you answered a little bit there, but what would you have done differently?
Okay, so what I learned from 2023 was the important, people always say it's the people you surround yourself with, but I learned this year that I am now surrounded by the right people. My team is the best team. I can't talk about my team enough. And I think that I learned that you really have to hone in on exactly who you want to have around you in order to find who you want. And you have to be super, super clear. And that was what I learned. And so what I would do differently would be, well, it's hard. It's hard. I learned so much because I'm a learner and I'm a doer. So not just a doer, or not just a learner, but I actually do. I don't know what I would do differently, to be honest. I don't know.
That's a good answer. Maybe you just everything you're supposed to do. Mr. B, Bekir, tell us a little bit about 2023. How'd it go for you?
I am a high goal setter. I am not a logical person. I go for in 2020, I made $413,000. So I set my goals high, doubling that. I didn't get to my goal. I passed the $500,000 number. Am I happy? I'm happy. I'm a solo agent. I had a few assistants, which I'm tired of hiring and firing. So I decided to go with 2 part-time virtual assistants, which I'm talking to them. So to the new year, I'm going to start with the 2 good virtual assistants because we are humans. Even though we think we are superman, superwoman, we have limits. We need help around us. We need systems. We need people. So I realized this year I'm capable of making anything that I can think. If I think of 4 or 5 million, I can make it. But I have to set the right system with the right people. And my goal this year, we will talk about it, but even higher.
I love it.
I passed $500,000 thing, but I'm alone.
And I'll add on to that. What did you learn from it? What would you do differently?
I'm going to look for the good systems, which one of is you. I'm generating so many leads. I'm having difficulty with the follow-up because it's like a fountain. I can open anytime I need or close it. So I need to have more people, more system, because I know what I am good at and I know what I'm not good at, even though I can do everything, but I'm good at the starting, maybe create the lead, follow up with the lead. But between here and here, which is the closing the deal, somebody else, a system or somebody else has to follow up. So I can shoot, skin the target, but somebody has to go get it and bring it to me and that kind of thing. I don't know if this is a good example, but.
Great. I love it, Mr. B. Leon Harper, tell me about this year, buddy. Did you set up the goals?
Yeah, but mine, you always say don't rob yourself. Mine were rather easily attained this year because I knew I was scaling way back. My 2 oldest sons were in the military. One of them I knew I was going to help move this year, and I was also going to watch my granddaughter in Texas. I started a new system in January, anticipating what I needed to do, and I figured I was only going to work about 7 months a year, so I just slammed everything, and now I'm rolling into 2024 now. Goals were good. I attained probably 90% of what I wanted to do with my CRM, and that done, and I'm revamping into what the Facebook remarketing is for the video stuff, for retargeting on that. So I'm more than happy where I'm at because I've already got stuff on the table closing in January. So I'm good.
I love it. What did you learn from 2023 and what would you do differently?
Patience is a proverb. Just gotta be patient. You can't get everything done at once. And rather than sit there, tunnel vision ain't it. You got to back away from the table sometime. Got to be realistic that you can't do everything all the time. And it was hectic for me because I took the whole summer off almost. So knowing that I had to work around that, what it did make me do is sit down and get uber focused. You hear people say I'm a full-time agent or I'm a part-time agent. I can sit down sometimes. If you get focused in 2 hours, the more than what people do in 8 hours in a day, if you set your mind to it. So my thing this year was knowing I was going to take a hit, making sure that when I sat down and showed up for work, Leon went to work.
So true, Leon, isn't it? 20% of what you do give you 80% of the results.
That's true.
But
with that said, you got to make sure that the 20% you do is useful things to get the results. You can't just go, oh, I sat down and checked my files or this or that. You have to sit down with a plan and implement it. And when you sit down, you have to do it. And you have to look at what's efficient, that's really getting something done versus wasting your time doing nothing but sitting there.
Awesome. Case Whitney, tell us about 2023. Did you get and achieve the goals you set for yourself this year?
No, I'll be honest. No, I think that's probably even across the board. But what Leon said, I think it's a mix of making your time most productive, and that's where I've struggled so much forever, just because I'm so hands-on and I tinker with everything all the time that it's hard for me to let go, because it's the typical, I can do better than anyone else. And we all think that way. But I have, in the past 3 months, really set myself up to, or the team up really, to be able to delegate more. We did bring on a virtual assistant that is doing really well so far. We bombed out last year with one, and that was my fault for, again, tinkering too much on my own. No, production was down for sure. Team is good. That was one of the benefits, like what Lynea said. Volume was not where we wanted it to be, but some of the back end stuff was good. I'm really happy with the tech right now, that my tech stack, if you will, like Markus mentioned earlier, because that's always been a thing too, that we change all the time because the shiny objects come up and you want to go chase it. No, well, it's 30% off today. Let me just buy it for a year. So I'm really happy with where it is right now. Really happy with the communities that I'm part of, this being a big one, Follow Boss, of course. But no, I'm really excited moving into the new year. The pipeline is getting full again. I think we're going to see a nice change in rates, a nice change in inventory and listings. I think it's going to be a pretty quick turn around the new year. Every year, and you guys all know this, every year you wait and say, okay, is the market going to pick up from the holidays in January, or February, or March, or April? I think it's going to be January 3rd. It's going to be really quick. I'm super excited. Yeah.
So good. What did you learn from it, and what would you do differently?
Delegate better. I think, Jonathan, were you talking about Buy Back Your Time? Was that the book you were talking about earlier? Yes, I bought that, and I was one of the book sales. Thanks, Steve, for the recommendation on that one. But no, halfway through, and it's really important. And what is it? The loop?
Feedback loop.
Feedback loop. Yeah, you hire it out, fill up that time. Hire it out, fill up the time. It's like I just thought about this. It's like a time management version of, is it Ramsey? That's like the whole like snowball payments. Once you pay off your car, put that car payment amount towards your house, and then snowball it. So if you free up your time of the menial stuff, don't take that hour of a day off. Go put it towards the money-making activities. And I think that's really going to be the biggest wins at home. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, patience is good, but the delegation and really focusing on the money-making stuff and not the crap.
Awesome. Thanks, Chase. Akbar, buddy. 2023. You've got some. I'm sure some pretty massive goals. Did you hit them?
Yes. Wearing so many hats, but at the same time, I have only 4.5 hours sleep in 24 hours, and that's for real. Since I've been 18 years old, I do coaching, also running a brokerage where we have large brokerage here, and also running my team, and that's a lot. However, in the beginning of the year, we had a slow start with all kind of things that are going on. But from second quarter, after second quarter, we had an awesome push. And my motto is basically, always I swim against the river. Everybody going this way, I'm going the other way. As the market is getting tougher, you got to mentally, as Jonathan mentioned here, mentally got to be strong. And in addition to that, you have to have a strategy by look at the trends and see what's going on, what's in the future. So everybody predicting 2024, 2025 going to be a tough market. I agree with that. But if you're mentally strong and you have a strategy, tough market, strong agents, superstars, they shine better. In a slow market, in an easy market like what we saw in pandemic, any bozo could be a top producer. All you have to do is just put it on MLS and get 15 offers. To me, you don't need a skill for that. But now you need a skill, you need a strategy. You need to surround yourself with a group like we have here, over 130, 140 people here, brainstorm and use some pipeline, just what you have here, which has contributed, Markus, to our business, to my team, tremendously better than any other at a low cost. I'm not here to advertise everybody here. They are using your system, they are using your services, but that's the key basically. Yes, as far as the production goes, we fall 28. We didn't hit the market as 156 our goal was. We're down 24 numbers as far as the number of transaction goes. But as far as hiring, again, one of the things I do, hiring agents. My goal was 100, so I hit over 126 agent I recruited. And yeah, trend strategy and executing your plan. It's great to have a goal. It's awesome to set a goal, but you need a plan. And a most important part is that to execute that plan and monitor, track it, and execute that plan and make adjustments.
Awesome. So What did you learn from this year, and what would you do differently?
Again, it's to have a strong mindset and shut down everything that you hear, media and people around you and so on. Focus, have a laser focus. And that's been my life basically. And what
Love
would I
it.
do differently? My goal for next year is pretty much the pipelines. I increase the pipelines to generate more leads, including your side of it. So instead of having 1, 2, so we plan to run more ads through you and build more strategy. And as I mentioned in my bio, I'm working on which I'll be launching very soon, human virtual assistant, not virtual assistant, AI, where follow up with leads and we give them a script. That's going to revolutionize my business. And also I would be offering outside realtors if anybody wants to use it. No commitment, it's just monthly basis and per minute type of thing. It's going to be launched
Yes.
probably in January sometime.
Drop a link if there's any information that people can look into it.
I can drop in my email address. They can reach out
Perfect.
to me. Yeah.
Yes. I think
That would
2024 is
help
going
a
to be the
lot.
year of it.
One of the problems
AI.
we all agree that one of our problem is that we generate the leads and we get to a point that sometimes we get disappointed because they didn't answer the phone sometimes and we don't have a strong follow-up with the leads. So this way you have a AI that will do all the work for you. So I don't want to promote my business here, but it's
Yes, we love it.
akbarraj.com. I don't know why it doesn't.
It's okay. We have plenty of time. Yeah, it's right there. Just set in the chat feature.
I'll put you on the
All right.
list, and as soon as we launch it, I'll share it with you. Try it out, see if it works for you. It's awesome. Really, I can't wait to launch it actually.
Thanks, Akbar. All right, back to the ladies. Jenifer. So why Facebook ads? Why Facebook ads? Maybe you can tell us a little bit about how you're generating listings with Facebook ads and what ads specifically are you running?
I'm glad that you asked that because I actually wrote down the numbers. I wanted to look at the last 10 of my buyer side transactions and last 10 of my selling side transactions. And it's really interesting. So because I'm really data driven, this is what I determined, that 50% of my buy sides are referral and relocation. Okay. Referral, really EXP is huge for that. Relocation, again, street text. But here's what's cool. 50% is actually from street text on my buy side. So 5 of them, of my last ones were street text. On the selling side, my listings, 90%, 9 out of the last 10 I had were street text. One of them was a lender who was selling their house. So why are Facebook ads important? For me, they make a majority of my buy and sell business. The ads that I like, here's another cool twist. So because they're coming in anyway, a lot of my buyers, I keep my buyer ads. I really like the downsizing ad for right now. Now on the selling side, I'm open. I think the downsizing works well for that too. But here's what's another cool little factoid. Let me just go back because you guys know I love the factoids. But another cool reason and ways to use the marketing on Facebook is right now, they just did a study of this year. They say that young boomers, 30% of home sellers, and older boomers, 22%. So 52% of the sellers we're going to encounter are going to be between the ages of 58 and 74. And that's why the downsizing ad works so well, because oftentimes they're moving closer to family, but they want that one story. They want a smaller footprint. And so there you go.
Heard it from Jenifer. Lynea, same thing. Why Facebook? Why Facebook ads? And tell us a little bit about your Facebook ad strategy.
Okay, Jenifer, you made me go back and look at my numbers. I was like, okay, let me add it up. Okay, so I just added up. So over the last 2 years, 74% of my business has been organic, 26% has been non-organic, and of that 26%, 100% has been from street text. So there we go. So I will tell you why Facebook ads. Because I am huge into social media. I freaking love social media. Any of you who know me know that. And I believe that there is a way to actually convert people by putting out content that is relevant, that is organic and relevant, and you can keep people following you all over the place. Jeff just asked me, is Facebook only or doing split with IG? I don't run ads on IG. IG is all organic, 100% organic from Instagram. Facebook, it's either organic and street text is the only thing that comes from. So that's what I will say about why Facebook ads.
Awesome. Awesome. Mr. B, unless Josh is here, once Josh is here, let me know. Mr. B, tell us why Facebook and what ads are you running?
I think for me, I guess not many people are doing it in my area, so I am privileged to use you in a way because we are English and French speaking. Everything has to run in two, except your ads, and it's the cheapest way to do it. I used to send the flyers every 2-3 weeks, 3,000, 5,000, and this and that. I'm putting maybe 12,000 a year into Facebook, including your fees. Half a deal pays for it for the whole year, so. And I get so many deals out of it. It's the easiest way to create leads, and I follow up with them. I call them. I do a few other things. I door knock. Like after I hang up here, I have 2 hours of door knocking. I call people. I do other things. But this is the main thing because it is the easiest, cheapest way to create leads. And they are good leads. Because I have the addresses, phone numbers. I call them, they don't answer, I go knock them. They don't answer the door, I send them something. So there are so many ways to get to them.
Yeah, I love it. Leon, why Facebook and what's your strategy?
Because they work. And here's the thing about that. I always say you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, but you turn around and take what you learn and apply it to other things. Street text is probably about 20 to 25% of my stuff, and that's remarketing and downsizing, bar none. What Lynea leaves for me here in Washington, I proudly take, but the strategies from like this group, I go employ against my other stuff, past clients, friends, things like that. I want to be in front of people, and like Lynea was saying, organic gets you there. People sit there and forget what you do unless you remind them. So I've always got something shooting across in my Facebook stuff, and that generates more business for me as well. And then I would employ that to other referral systems and things like that. To me, the long-term strategy for me and the goal is to always have myself in front of people, to always have something on the table. And Street Text gave me the roadmap and the plan I needed to get me down that path.
Solid. What were the ads you were running to generate more listings?
Downsizing and the remarketing. And it's funny to say, because you hear this all the time. Everybody, if they look in their database of Street Text, I guarantee you half or better probably don't have something going out to people. So to set up the remarketing is a no-brainer, because at that point, you're going to have something in front of them. And them are leads you've already paid for. So if I paid for something, I want my money's worth. The remarketing by far was the biggest game changer I had last year when you guys launched that.
That's amazing. Yeah, we're going to go deeper into remarketing and how powerful that is. So let's go to Chase. Chase, same question. Why Facebook, and what specific ads are you running to generate more listings?
Yeah, let me take a different angle because I'll get to the same thing everyone else has said, cheaper, that kind of thing, and easy to run. A couple thoughts though. I mean, on Facebook, you're catching them before they hit Zillow a lot of times. So the leads are cheaper, a lot cheaper. Now they take a longer time to percolate. We all know that, right? Social leads are very top of funnel, but that gives you 3, 6, 12, 24 months to build a relationship with them. So by the time they start searching on Zillow or Redfin or whatever, you've already built that relationship. That's the first angle. The second one, and this is contrary to the entire lead generation side of things, but every piece of technology that we bring on, I talked about this last week or 2 weeks ago on another call, it has to benefit us as the agents, but there has to be a pass-through benefit to our clients. For years and years, the entire point of any Facebook lead we generated, even before Street Text, I didn't even care about the names and numbers, to be honest. It was all to appease the seller. Hey, Mr. Seller, we're going to run 13 different ads for your listing. No one else is going to do it. Here's our competitor's Facebook pages with 0 ads. Here's ours with 13 different ads for the last listing that we had. We generated 37 people. It was seen 13,000 times, X, Y, and Z. That gets us listings every single time because no one else has that strategy. Now, fast forward, I've got a team now, a smallish team, but we're now doing a better job following. But when you can contrast what you do with a company like Street Text to your competitors, it's a no-brainer. There's no one else doing anything remotely close to this. And the benefit really is it's disruption marketing. And I always say, hey, they're going to see your house on Zillow. Great. Your house is going to be one of the 10 they're going to see. When they see your house on Facebook, guess what? It's cat picture, newlywed picture, vacation picture, your house. Then it's stupid question, what someone's eating, your house again, over and over until they click on it. These are ways to leverage what you're already spending money on to get more listings that way. So different angle, but hope that helps.
Yes, it helps. And I was going to quickly answer Sharon, what is remarketing? It's basically taking the database you already have and allowing ads to rotate in their news feed that are dynamic, that rotate daily, so there's never ad fatigue, and you're going to include lots of really cool strategies. Some that are set it and forget it. Others are going to be emotionally connecting to your brand with video, things like your listings and market reports and so forth. But it's one of the most powerful ways to stay in front of someone's feed. And let's just be honest, I think the average stat that I saw last was 9 hours a day of average scroll time, or I would just say screen time, but probably not just on Facebook, but on top of all the screens. So that's pretty crazy to think about. You definitely need to be there. That's where your clients are. All right, let's go to Akbar. Why Facebook? And for you specifically, with all the success over the course, like why Facebook, and what specific ad strategy are you using to generate more listings?
I'm in central Mississauga, where I specialize mostly in condominiums, selling condominiums, resale condos for years. As my friend Mr. B said, I used to send a magazine, 34-page classy magazine, cost me thousands of dollars to look for a buyer. Every month I used to put 25,000, 34 pages of magazine. And it cost me tons of money. I made business. But now with your ad and so on, we focus on condos, buyers, mostly in Mississauga, which has a huge ROI for little investment that we have made. And as I said earlier, I'm planning to probably triple what our budget is for coming year for 2024. It's already written, as we're going to push that and do more. We did quite well actually with the buyers that we have on Facebook. In Mississauga is about 1 million people population, 1 million people, and centrally located right in downtown Mississauga. And there's a lot of condominium being built and already existing. So pretty much over 100,000 units here we are covering. We are focused in the central, you call it niche marketing probably, or niche market, whatever you call it. So yeah,
I love it. So the buyer strategy is to generate more listings.
It's working. It's positive. It's, of course, it's a numbers game, as all we know. There's strategy how to follow up with them. But just to share with our group here, the speed to lead. I always tell my coaching clients, speed to lead. When you get the lead, you got to be on them right away. You wait 10 minutes, you're late. So you got to call them right away. Yeah. And then
I believe you were I believe it was you were the famous one for using the acronym LP Mama.
That's right. That's very true.
Could you quickly tell us what LP Mama is? I know we're going to go into strategy, but just really quick, what is LP Mama?
The script that we are using for talking to the buyers, L stands for location, LP Mama, P is the price range, price point, what price range they're looking for. M is for motivation. Why do they want to move from one bedroom to here, from a house to buy a condo? And then what is it? LP Mama. MA, again, are they speaking to any agent currently or not, or a real estate agent? M is about mortgage again. So are they qualified for mortgage or financing? Have they peer proof for financing? And then A, of course, is the last one, is for appointment. So we're going to close them for appointment. LP Mama. I'll put it on the
awesome
note on the chat if anybody wants to copy it.
Oh, I preached it to the entire community. They all know it.
Oh, did you?
Every day. Thank you, Akbar. So Josh, you made it. Are you there?
I'm sorry.
Josh Schoenly.
I'm sorry. I was on I was on a college visit, a local college visit with my son, which went way longer than anticipated, which is good. But I was in a panic as we were driving back, as I was seeing Jonathan's message and Ira's and Leon's and Daphne. And I was like, Anyway, sorry. My apologies. Yeah.
Anyway, you didn't miss too much. I introduced you. I gave this awesome bio about you. And
thank you.
We talked about reflecting on 2023. Did you achieve the goals you set for yourself? What did you learn from it? And what would you do differently? You can answer that. You don't have to. But the topic we're on right now is, what ads are you relying on at the moment to generate more listing appointments, and why Facebook?
Why Facebook is it's where everybody's eyeballs are, right? It is a wonderful platform to stay relevant and to, I think a big one, and maybe this was mentioned, sorry if it was, but you're getting the fish farther upstream, right? And so it may mean that you have to be more patient, but it also means you're creating opportunity. And if you're doing things, if you're doing retargeting, if you're doing regular follow-up and follow-through, you're creating a relationship with clients in advance of them hitting that tipping point in motivation, which means you're competing less, and you get more folks that just when they decide, they reach out and say, what do we do now? Like you're the one guiding them versus why should we work with you? They've already decided to work with you because of all the value, the consistency, etc. that you've demonstrated through, whether it be retargeting or follow-up, hopefully with video, hopefully through multiple channels, right? In as many different ways possible.
Great answer. Josh, where can people get a hold of you? I know you have a show you run that's called Wake Up Real Estate Daily. That includes, I was telling people about Motivation Mondays, Texting Tuesdays, What's Working Wednesdays, Tech Tip Thursdays, Free Leads, Follow-Up Fridays. I know you've been so generous in so many of our masterminds giving scripts for people to use both for email drip and for SMS to start conversations with new buyers or buyers and sellers. So where can they learn more about this?
Wakeup.realestate. Wakeup.realestate. You can create a completely free account there. And we try to give away as much value as possible, scripts and templates. We even have different lead generation landing pages, lead capture pages. We've got mini courses that we give away. So try to give away as much value and help as many folks in our real estate community as possible. And Wake Up Real Estate YouTube channel. Please subscribe. But just a public service announcement though. Tomorrow we're live. No more live shows though until January 2nd. We've done over 200 live shows this year, and we're going to take the next 2 weeks off.
As you should.
Thank you.
Jenifer, back to you. Okay, so we're going to move into a very popular conversation that we have in our masterminds, and it's all around your tech stack. Obviously, StreetText is a part of it, but what other tools do you stack in with StreetText to help you on basically both generating and converting those leads into clients?
First, can I go off on a really quick tangent? Okay, so first of all, I want to say, no, maybe I'm feeling sappy with my Santa hat on, but all of these things that everyone's mentioning, all their Facebook groups, everybody's got their Facebook group and their masterminds, but I've got to tell you, not only do I love StreetText, but I've gotten so close to Wendy and Lynea, Josh, Leon's always awesome. And then I've got so many people that have been following in my new Facebook group. Leon's been sharing too, but Josh actually came on to a mastermind the other day. So I just want to say that the resources in here, getting to know people, I learned so much, and I was so glad that Lynea finally said, oh, I gave her a nugget. I was thinking, oh, all right. So anyway, what I use other than Facebook, obviously we use a lot of stuff, but Lynea and I talked about Bard. If you guys are paying for ChatGPT, you should not be. Bard is phenomenal. So I use that a lot. It's very similar to AI, but it's linked with Google. It's free, and it helps me to create my social media content, my YouTube descriptions, my meta tags, all of that stuff is right in there. So I really like that tool. I've also been using Mailbox Power. I know Wendy also uses them. Mailbox Power is phenomenal. They're inexpensive, they're cost conscious, and it's a good way to stay top of mind with your past clients, your future clients, and to create very customized client lists. It goes from even what hobbies they like to what their net income is. And I like it because you also get free cards each month. So for whatever subscription you purchase, you get 50 free greeting cards with the basic upgraded account, and you get 200 a month for free if you have their executive membership. So I really like that. But the other tools I use really are through KV Core, which we have through EXP. But that CRM, there's a lot of additions and marketing and things that I use. And lastly, let's not forget about Google Business. For free, you can create a stellar Google Business. Those referrals that I was telling you about, because a lot of my business is referral and relo based, they found me on Google. and that costs nothing. You can also run ads. So for a few months, I tried ads with Josh on Google, but I don't know enough yet about Google to do it forever.
Awesome. I love it. Lynea, you, tech stack. You are known in the community as the process gal, and you're always refining your tools. Tell us about the tool set.
Hey, I got to back Jenifer up on Bard. It's phenomenal. Okay. I was paying for ChatGPT and AI PRM, which is $40 a month. Just started paying $0 for the same thing. And it's way better. So there's that. My tech stack, if I'm going to talk about specifically what I use with street text. So it's organic, Facebook and Instagram, which is combined with ManyChat. Okay. Then I also use street text, which goes into HomeBot. Okay. Huge proponent for HomeBot, into KV Core, into Follow Up Boss. That's the stack, how that works there. And I think the other tech tool, or the other tool that I use, I don't use Mailbox Power. I found it was too expensive, but I do love AM cards because it actually syncs directly with Follow Up Boss. AM cards is my kind of Mailbox Power, if you will. Those are the tools that I use.
Yes, and you switched from BombBomb to Loom.
Oh, yeah. I switched BombBomb to Loom. It's a lot cheaper and I like it a lot better. I like the analytics better on on Loom as well. What else do I use? I use Notion. I'm a huge proponent for Notion. I'm actually talking about that on my call tomorrow. If you are in my Facebook group or join any of my calls, I will share that with you tomorrow. And gosh, what else do I use? Repurpose.io. I forgot about that. I teach that in my course. I teach how to use repurpose.io to effectively repurpose your content.
Yes, and Lynea, by the way, is a content creation genius. So if you were looking for what you need to create as content creation is concerned, she's already got 60 days, maybe even 90 days already planned out for you. Did I just put you on the spot?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Yeah.
Anyways, we can talk more about that. But that's, if you need ideas, you need to join Lynea and look to see. She's a video queen out there, as well as Wendy. Wendy's here too. So Wendy was supposed to be one of the speakers, and then the last second she's here. Okay, Wendy, you can come in real quickly and tell us a little bit, because you were supposed to be here as one of the panelists, and then you said you had a listing, but then last second.
Things happen, but I'm here as a listener, but
Okay,
I already wrote down a couple of things. The thing is, you could do and know as much as you do and know, and you're always going to learn more. So good job being here. And hopefully you can get some good information out of here. But yeah, my tech stack is very long. So probably should narrow it down a little bit, but yeah, I love tech. And it's funny because I have AM cards too and Mailbox Power. I know, I don't need both. I know. I'm just trying to figure out which one I like the best. So it's just fun. Anyway, please carry on. So happy to be here.
No, and real quickly, everybody loves Wendy, and she's part of our masterminds every Wednesday. She's got an amazing Facebook group. It's Tech Tuesdays. Wendy?
Yeah, Tech Tuesday with Wendy. I could drop that in there, but yeah, that's
drop that in
every Tuesday. 8
yes.
a.m.
And we use Wendy as an example for all things remarketing. Okay, to tell you what's possible, you should see her video ad bundles. They're out of this world.
I'll put that link in there too. It's 30 days of free content, video content. She's
got something like 80,000 people in her database that she's remarketing to. Okay, so you can imagine how powerful that is. So anyways, we'll get to that shortly, but I just want to give you some props, Wendy, because you deserve.
I was like, I was bad I'm missing them. And it was a huge mistake, shit show. But guess what? Now I'm here. So everything happens for a reason, right?
That's right. That's right. Thanks to you. Mr. B, tell us a little bit about your old school. I don't think there's much of a tech stack out there other than you just hitting the road, but tell me about your tech stack.
I'm using a follow-up bus, BombBomb, and ChatGPT, but it looks like I'm going to change to Bard. Lena spoke about it, so I'm going to check that. And I may do a few changes, but I'm a talking guy. Like, I'm using you, and then I follow up with them face-to-face, calling them. And it works. When things works, I don't go any deeper. Like, I find you, I'm not going to go look for another Facebook thing because it's working. My thing is concentrate on getting business, convert them into money. Once I find something, I just get obsessed about it. and I don't go look for other things. I put my time into making money. That's
Great
it.
answer. That's you. Leon, tech stack.
Alrighty. I'll tell you what, first off, tip to everybody, you need to sit down and look at what you have and get out of the department of redundancy. When I rebuilt my system in January, one of the things I started to do is saying, how can I cut down what I'm repeating on? I saved almost $5,000 this year, getting rid of everything that I had that wasn't being used. And thinking behind that, multiple CRMs, this and that. I know Wendy balances hers out, but not everybody can. So you're going to look up and you're going to lose clients because you're going to be neglecting and ignoring them. My tech stack starts with street text. I update everything and throw it out at a home bot. ChatGPT, free version for most people because you're not going to use it to the level what Lynea and Wendy's going to do. $3.99 kick there. BombBomb's really strong with me, which Akbar, I just sent you a request begging for your cheat sheet for the files in there because I've got the old school bomb and I'd steal yours. I use Chime/Lofty, which is starting to really catch on with a bunch of the other brokerages because I hear they're trying to switch over to it. And inside that, it gives me the things for postcards and all the things that you can get, but I use Corefab for that as well. Google Bard I have. Facebook, I consider that a tech stack because you use it. I've fallen in love with Forewarn lately because it gives me things I'm doing. I'm updating data on people. $20 a month is cheap. And then other than that, yeah, just the apps from the MLS because it's already connected to the MLS. You pay for it. If you're not using it, that's foolish. And that's all I use.
That's great. Leon, appreciate it. Chase, tell us about you. You are the tech guy. Everybody loves to hear about the tech stack that Chase Whitney uses.
Yeah, it's no secret. Follow Boss is the centerpiece of everything because everything syncs to Follow Boss. The big shift for me was to get out of the closed box and get something that was open. Follow Boss is where everything lives and breathes. Street Text obviously is huge. That's the lead gen remarketing. The nice thing with Street Text and Follow Boss together is that on the remarketing side, I can customize who sees what ads based on how I sort them in Follow Boss, tags, stages. Anything I do in Follow Boss will push to Street Text automatically. So if someone's a long-term buyer lead and all of a sudden they trigger into a hot stage, they can get different ads if I want them to see them. So that's pretty huge and a huge benefit there. I'm a huge proponent of Real Scout. That is where every single person I have an email address for goes. That to me, and no shade against HomeBot, but Real Scout blew it away in my opinion for the home values. So buyer alerts, seller alerts, market activity alerts, market data alerts. It's the engagement is through the roof. Where else am I going? Agent Fire is our website. So that's where all of our lead traffic goes to. That's where all of our events are. The forms are built into our event pages there. We've gotten several listing leads and listings out of that directly just because of how impressive it is compared to what our competitors are. And then Mailbox Power again, great. AM cards. So my thought there, AM cards is a little bit cheaper. Thanks IO is a little bit cheaper. I know Josh might talk about that. But on Mailbox Power, if you are doing enough with postcards beyond the greeting cards, there is a critical mass where Mailbox Power becomes cheaper. If you're using Corfact, Mailbox Power is cheaper by a landslide and better. But then you get the ability to customize stuff. So down to from gifts to food to whatever, into 14-page printed brochures on glossy envelopes, printed and shipped to a person custom with their name on it for $11. It's the cheapest thing in the world for me. For what we're doing, those are the big ones. Those are the core 5 I always talk about. Some ancillary ones, you mentioned Loom and BombBomb. We use JumpShare. JumpShare is a mix of Dropbox and Loom put together. The video is not quite as powerful as Loom, but for our purposes, it's phenomenal for screen sharing, screenshots, all that stuff. ChatGPT Pro for us, for sure. I can't get into Bard on my broker's email. Funny, again, do your research. I've got a friend of mine who works for Google that told me last week that Bard is just not quite there yet. So it's interesting. But hey, if it works, you got to be doing something with AI. If you're doing any sort of video content, look into Descript, DESCRIPT. You can edit your videos like a Word document and just delete the text of what you said, and the video file removes. It's really $15 a month. It's like free. Anyways, I can go on and on, but hit me up later if you want to talk about it. I wrote a whole ebook, by the way, on those core 5. So again, should I put the link in the thing, Marcus? Is that cool?
Yes,
okay. It's free.
You should.
It's free. All right.
I love
That's
it. Thank you, Chase. Akbar, tell us about your tech stack.
Yes, sir. I'm 24/7 just on the computer searching what's new, what's coming up, what's that we can utilize our business and use it. Yeah, as far as CRM goes, I've been a long-term user of Follow Up Boss, ChatGTP Pro for videos and stuff using CapCut, Adobe Pro. Then BombBomb, like Leon said, I've been using BombBomb for a long time. Leon, I owe you something for sure. Can you drop your email address in the chat? Because I tried to copy it, but my mouse is not working properly, so I couldn't do it. Or you have my email, Akbar Rogers. Please send it to me so I can forward to you.
I already sent you an email.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, and pretty much everything that I can get my hand on it. So right now, as I said, my biggest thing is that I think it's going to revolutionize our business in general. Would be AI, human AI, which is a conversational AI. It's not just a robot. It sounds like a person calling, follow up, cold calling. We can feed the 5,000, 10,000, 50,000 numbers, area numbers, and give the script, and he carries on the conversation, and he books appointment, market evaluation, for example, right into your calendar, basically. That's something that I've been working on for the past 4 months, maybe even 6 months, which is coming soon. So I'll share it with you guys and demonstrate if you guys are interested. Maybe another gathering, you guys can utilize it.
Love it. Thank you. Josh, question to you. Tech stack. You got to just find
Sorry,
the mute
I
button.
lost
There you
my
go.
mute button for a second. KV Core with EXP Realty. That's the CRM that I use. It's not perfect. None of them are. Work with what you got. I do use thanks.io for direct mail follow-up, and several reasons why you can. So I have every new home value lead that comes in, they get put on a 9-touch direct mail campaign that just goes, and then if we need to remove somebody from the campaign, we remove it, but otherwise they're going to get a variety of different pieces, postcards, different sizes, note cards, letters, PDFs, etc. There's lots of great ways to do direct mail. That's just the one that I love and use, and my buddy's the co-founder. Full transparency. But the other big reason I love it is their QR code functionality is phenomenal and integrates with some other tech stack solutions. For example, I love iList, which is a seller dashboard platform. And when you marry those two, I could send a direct mail postcard to Markus, and when he scans it, he immediately is taken. He doesn't have to register, log in, whatever. He's immediately taken to a dashboard where he can look at 4 different value models for his home, and he can even adjust those values. And I get notified, hey, Markus is looking at his home value for this property. So then I can strategically follow up with Markus and see what we can do to help. Another one that hasn't been mentioned that I love, and I've actually had their COO on our show a couple of times in the last week, is Zudelio, which is it's US only, but is a cash offer platform. And so I'm a big proponent of unique value propositions and using those to differentiate yourself so you don't have to sell. I know we're all in sales, but the unique value propositions that you are able to put into the marketplace, A, create you more conversation opportunities, and B, allow the prospect to decide to work with you no matter how, ninja salesy you are. And Zudelio is a great way to have unique value propositions that you can leverage in the marketplace. One other thing I'll mention, because those of you who go on the masterminds frequently, I am a huge proponent of sending a weekly email newsletter to everybody that you have an email address for. And for years, I sent that through KV Core, which it can do. But as with any all-in-one solution, they are better at certain things than others. And so it's not necessarily designed to be sending broadcast emails to 10, 12, 14,000 people. Can it? Yes. But the problem is deliverability, etc. So I have recently gone back to a platform that I've used and even recommended many years ago that's been around forever. So I'm now sending my weekly email newsletter through GetResponse, And I'm not using it for anything other than that's where my email database and my weekly email newsletter happens. I still use KV Core for my automated search alerts, market updates, initial follow-up campaigns, etc. But just for the function of my weekly email broadcast, I do believe using something that's standalone. Once you get to thousands that you're sending to, there's value in it. You get more and better data. Like you can see more analytics on who's opening and who's clicking and what they're clicking, etc. More of it gets delivered. If your email doesn't get delivered, it's like your mail getting lost at the post office, right? Like they have no idea that you were trying to send them a piece of mail. So anyway, I've gone to using that. And if anyone would like help with that, we are offering help with getting switched over to that. You can just message me, or you can use a little chat widget at wakeup.realestate. We'll help you clean your list. There is a process that you have to follow, whether with Get Response or otherwise. You can't just take, especially like if you're like Wendy, who's got tens of thousands, you can't just take that huge list and just import it somewhere and assume, oh yeah, that'll be good. Like there's a process that you have to follow to do that, but it is work worth doing for the long term. If you're planning to be in this business for more than 12 months, it's worth doing it because more people will see your messages and you'll be able to more strategically follow up with the ones that are opening, clicking, etc. There's other stuff that I use.
Thank you, Josh.
So many great, yeah.
That's amazing. Thank you. You can import all your database into Street Text, Remarket. This is a quick plug.
Hey, Marcus.
Okay. Yes.
Marcus, real quick. One thing I want to preface that whole chat with, because we just dropped 27 different software tools to a list of 130 people. What I would strongly recommend if you just got completely popped across the face with a list of tools to go sign up for, go fix the problem that you currently have, right? If you're happy with your CRM, don't go look into Follow Boss or KV Core or Chime. If you're happy with your website, don't go looking into Agent Fire. If you're struggling with one of them, then say, hey, they mentioned 3 different versions of a video, so let me go look at Boom and Bomb and Jumpshare. Great, pick that one. But don't go and blow up your tech stack. I've done it before. It sucks. So find the 1 or 2 pieces that's either going to fix a problem or create more opportunities for you, and go after that. That's all I'll say.
I'll go one farther than Chase. If you try to implement more than 3 ideas from today, you are guaranteeing yourself overwhelm. Pick the 1, 2, or 3 things that most resonate with you, where your business is at right now, and do those things. If you try and do 10
100%.
things from today, it's guaranteed that you will do 0 of them to the degree that they will actually impact your business in a real, meaningful way.
100%.
Yeah, really quickly, I just want to add to that because I think it's so profound what's being said there is I try to implement what I call my pain pad. Anybody who's had a one-on-one call with me has probably heard me talk all about this, and it's an everyday process where I write down what didn't go exactly according to plan. So if something didn't go well in my day, I write it down. At the end of the week, I distill that down. At the end of the month, I distill that further. The end of every quarter, that's when changes should be being made. So I look through everything that I've learned, everything I've struggled with. So maybe do that on steroids, let's say. Everybody sit down and write down, what do you struggle with? What don't you like to do? It's the things that you don't like to do that really bog down your days. And if it's something that you can hand off to another individual or you can automate, that's what you need to be spending your time on. And again, I can't agree more with Chase and Josh and everybody. What they're saying is you can't implement everything all the time. It's too expensive and it's not overly effective. So really figure out those 1, 2, 3 things that are going to move the needle for you. And what you need is different from everybody else, more likely. So yeah, just wanted to add that in.
Marcus, can I ask
And
a quick question from Josh?
Yes, sir.
Josh, do you mind if I ask you, do you use ClickFunnels? Because I see at the background, you have the ClickFunnels.
Oh, I should get rid of that. I don't anymore.
Oh.
And I never used it. I never used it for my real estate sales practice. Just
Okay.
I should. Yeah.
Okay. No, because I use them for my coaching business. Yeah, I was asking.
That's what I used. That's what I used to use it for. I don't use it anymore, but it's just
Awesome.
a cool talking piece. So it's
sorry about that, but
yeah,
thank
no,
you.
all good. All good.
I love it. And Logan, you were perfectly on cue. Logan Press leads our ad management program. So for people that are like, listen, I just want you to generate leads for me. I don't want to do it myself. you hire Logan, and he gets you amazing results, very cost-effective results for the type of leads you are looking for in your specific market. So quick plug in for Logan. He is amazing. And I know many of you right now are using his services. But Logan, tell us a little bit about the best ads to win more listings in 2024.